Hello, magandang gabi. So I just would like to start this by saying good evening to everyone who's actually listening or watching this podcast. So for today, I will be announcing that I am starting a podcast. Um, Basically, as you may have seen in our previous videos, previous vlogs, I have been vlogging about mukbangs. So basically, different food, uh, how we cook it, how we eat it. And then basically in those videos, I'm also interjecting a lot of discussions or topics that are relevant to today's day. For example, it can vary from politics, from personal circumstance, or legal advice. Like for example, I did discuss about um, divorce in Canada um, as compared to divorce or separation in the Philippines. In the Philippines, there's no such thing as divorce. There's only annulment as of today. But here in Canada, there is. And of course, there is repercussion just in case, for example, a Filipino who is in Canada or is outside of the Philippines where divorce is allowed, and then files for divorce against his or her spouse. And that alone can see whether the consequences of it. So basically, what I'm trying to say is a lot of you have um, uh, picked their interest. And considering that a lot of Filipinos are actually asking me, particularly in the Philippines, for who are actually planning to migrate to Canada, um, I wanted to help them as much as I can. Okay. I am a lawyer by profession, both in the Philippines and in Canada. And I have been um, somehow concerned about the plight of Filipinos here in Canada, and most especially in the Philippines, for Filipinos who are actually planning on migrating here in Canada, but they just don't know how. So basically, what I wanted to do is more of give you guidance or provide you with enough information for you to go and start your career here in Canada. There are different ways in yeah. Other than legal advice, I'm also here to actually talk about anything under the sun. Anything that you wanted to talk about, be it in, for example, um, love life, family, or um, what else? If for example you're a lawyer and you wanted to go and discuss, or if you wanted to uh, if you wanted to be a lawyer here in Canada, I will help you, and I will be inviting a lot of lawyer Filipinos who are actually trying their luck here in Canada to become lawyers. I am a product of that program. I have been I graduated in the Philippines, practiced in the Philippines as a lawyer for almost 9 years or 10 years. And then I migrated here in Canada um, to be with my wife now. And of course, fresh out of law school, I had to go and be, I had to be, I didn't know any other work except becoming a lawyer. And that is the reason why um, I decided to actually have my credentials assessed and become a lawyer here in Canada. It's hard, don't get me wrong. I'm not as lucky as other Filipino lawyers who actually found good jobs here before becoming lawyers. I did not. I had to work with different fast food retailers like Subway or Tim Hortons, and as you all know, naman. And then basically, I've been talking about that, and yeah, through hardship, through perseverance, determination, I studied during the day, worked at night, worked on weekends, studied during weekdays, and basically took the exams and then worked in a law firm, articled, and then studied for CPLED, and here I am now, a full-fledged lawyer. And then basically my focus, as you would see in Canada, there are so many lawyers who are actually um, experience or experts in certain areas of law. I want to be. I've been an expert in corporate law in the Philippines, but the way I interacted with a lot of Filipinos right now, a lot of Filipinos need legal help in different areas of law, and I want to be that lawyer for them. It's Filipino lawyers here are only a few, especially in Edmonton. I can only be. I don't know anyone, but I I think I'm the only Filipino foreign educated or trained lawyer who is actually practicing criminal law here in Canada. The only reason why I have not had the only reason uh, why I wanted to go for crim is because I wanted to um, let me just oops. So the only reason why yeah so so the only reason why I took up crim, I looked up for a lawyer as my principal in criminal defenses because criminal law is one of my Waterloo. It is this area of law that I have not had experience on back in the Philippines. I've tried family, land, corporate contracts, of course. I worked in a um, law firm, but I never had a chance to actually go and practice crime. I did try to prosecute one employee for stealing a piece of metal from a construction company, but that's the experience that I got, the littlest experience that I got. Other than that, never had an experience with that, and so right now, I wanted to try crim, but at the end of the day, yeah, I don't want to limit myself to crim. I also wanted to expand myself, including immigration, a family, and then of course corporate, and then otherwise civil. Real estate can be done, and real estate purchase or sale here in Canada is very, very, very important because you will be engaging the services of a lawyer. You cannot go and purchase a property without any lawyer for that matter. And yeah, that is the reason why I wanted to teach to also learn that is just because a lot of Filipinos have worked so hard to actually invest in a property that they can own. And and I have to give credit to all the Filipinos because this all Filipinos here in Canada deserve to actually have a house or a property that they can own. And yeah, so in the upcoming other than that, legal advice, NCAs for professional personal circumstance, love life, anything that we would like to discuss under the sun, I would be glad to actually discuss it and not really debate, but have a conversation with someone else. And other than the personal circumstance or life goals or whatever, I also wanted to discuss other things, like for example, politics. Now that we have been what do you call that? Now that we have candidates who are actually running for presidency, I just wanted to make sure that people are not really enlightened, but I want them to actually, um, I want them to uh, be. smart, be intelligent in choosing the right candidate. For me, you will find that out. So many the way that my podcast will run, um, it's going to be a weekly publications of podcast talking anything under the sun. This is just a start, and you will see and hear from me a lot more in the near future. So that's it for today. I will be ending my beginning of a podcast, and I'll see you next week. And we will discuss a lot of topics next week. Okay, stay tuned, you guys. Bye.